The Denver Broncos are benching Russell Wilson to keep their options open. So it at least seems that they may not continue with him being their quarterback. They gave him that huge contract, $250 million or whatever that is. I think Russ has actually been better than I think a lot of people realize. Maybe not worth $250 million, but you put him in this Falcons offense, I think we're cooking something up. I know let Russ cook is a big thing. Would you I don't know the financial ramifications, how it would work out, but the Falcons clearly, they do have the salary cap space to go out and get a big name quarterback if that's the direction they so choose, whether it's Kirk Cousins, Russell, another trade candidate that comes. Would you be interested in at least, testing the waters of the veteran Russell Wilson and bringing him to Atlanta?
Yeah, so the Broncos handed him that fat deal, and then they hired Sean Payton, or they traded for Sean Payton. And quite frankly, Russell Wilson's, assets are not exactly aligned with Peyton's offense. You remember Drew Brees, quick processor, got rid of the ball really quickly. Russell Wilson's got a long throwing motion. He's much more mobile than Drew Brees, so he tends to escape the pocket and try to extend plays more often than Drew Brees did. And you know what that sounds like to me? A better fit for Arthur Smith's offense. Now, obviously, he's past his prime, but from my standpoint, before he came to the Broncos, we were talking about Russell Wilson as a potential Hall of Fame quarterback, depending on the trajectory of his career. I don't think that guy just forgot how to play football. I think that things compounded in Denver. Nathaniel Hackett was a joke, should have never been hired in the first place. That certainly set him back. Maybe lost some confidence, respect in the locker room. Sean Payton comes, instills his offense. It's not exactly a perfect fit with Russ. I wouldn't mind spinning the tires on a Russell Wilson to Atlanta type deal. Now, obviously, there's extreme complexities when it comes to the contract, because how I look at it, this is all from over the cap. Excuse me if this is not exactly right. This is kind of over my head, but it seems to me for the Broncos, in terms of saving money, the best course of action would be trading him post June 1st. Now, obviously, they're going to have to attach some sort of capital, draft capital, or player with Russell Wilson for a team to take on that deal. Think Jared Goff, Rams, Matthew Stafford, Lions trade. Look how that the Rams sent the Lions, Jared Goff, and a couple of first-round picks for Matthew Stafford. Obviously, they got back that quarterback. The Falcons probably wouldn't be sending a quarterback to the Broncos, so that would give them even – I don't know about that. So the Broncos would, in theory, would have to attach even more capital to Russell Wilson to facilitate a trade. If I'm the Falcons, they give us, say, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and we got to take on that contract. I don't know how bad of a deal that really is, because it seems like Russell Wilson would fit Arthur Smith's system. And we just saw how it worked out for the Lions and Jared Goff. Jared Goff, we're talking about a top 10 quarterback again. Ben Johnson's revitalized his career. The Lions are going to win the NFC North for the first time in my lifetime. So I don't know how bad of an idea it really is.
They already won the NFC North. It's the first time they've ever won the NFC North. So, yes, it's the first time in everyone's lifetime that they have won the NFC North. I think the last time they won the division, they were in a division with the Tampa Bay Bucks. So, that I don't even know what that division was, but it was not the NFC North. Look at Russ's numbers. They're kind of shocking. I'm kind of surprised that the Broncos are even considering this, because like you said, it's not really like moving off of them like makes them better. Like, I don't know what they're going to do at the quarterback position. They're going to have to probably attach draft capital, so they're going to lose draft picks. They have Sean Payton there. Like, unless Sean Payton just hates Russ, which
I think that is the biggest thing, is I think that Sean Payton's like, all right, I can't stand this guy, and I got to work with him closer than anybody. I think that's a driving factor.
That is a problem with Russ. I don't.
Well, heads up, Sean Payton, you're not easy to get along with either.
Yeah, that is 2 clashing personalities, I would say. They are like one is just like Jesus loves me, and Sean Payton just does not seem like that kind of guy at all. Let's just put it that way.
Well, Russell Wilson is pretty much a politician at this point, and I could get how that's annoying to work with on a daily basis. But Sean Payton is a prickly personality too. Like, not many people like that guy.
Sean Payton in future, Russ's 2 worst enemies. 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions though for Russ this year. That's good.
That's good.
Well, Desmond Ridder could have 34 games this year. He wouldn't throw 26 touchdowns.
The thing is 2 years ago, we were talking about Russell Wilson being a potential Hall of Fame quarterback if he
being
continued the trajectory.
He was the leading candidate in MVP his last year in Seattle, or his second to last year in Seattle.
And now we're talking about this guy as just a salary dump, basically. Like, yeah, I'll take him in Atlanta. I will absolutely take him in Atlanta.
I'll take anyone in Atlanta at this point.
Yeah.
Just give me a quarterback with a pulse.
The good news is we're going to be able to talk about this all the rest of the season into the offseason of what are the Falcons quarterback options, because we know the answer isn't currently in the building.
Yeah, it's not Taylor Heineke. No. Please. I'm going to say that once a day on this show until we get a new quarterback. It is not Taylor Heineke. It is not Desmond Ridder. It is not any of those guys. Coming up after the break, Georgia, Florida State playing in the Orange Bowl. And from what I saw, I don't know if this is true. I think Florida State might have less than 20 players currently opted in.